Hello and welcome to another episode of the HT Physio Quick Tips series. My name is Will Harlow and I'm the Over-50s Specialist Physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And today we're actually in the clinic doing some recording for my brand new upcoming knee health course. I'm going to explain a little bit more about the course in a moment, but as we were doing some recording already, I thought I'd use this time to record a video to send out to you guys who tune into the Quick Tip series. It's going to be on the topic of knee health, and the topic of today's video are going to be the 4 most important things you need to get right if you want to ensure knee health in your 50s and beyond. So I call these things the 4 tenets of knee health, and we're going to talk through each one of those ones now. So the first thing, and these are in no particular order by the way, but they're just as important as each other, but the first thing I like to tick off for anyone who's looking to maximize the health of their knees is to ensure that they maintain really good flexibility. So flexibility is basically a measure of how flexible your muscles are. So your muscles, when they get tight, they stop the knee joint from moving as it was designed, so you can't bend your knee as far and you can't straighten your knee as far either. So one of the best ways to improve flexibility is through training to improve how well the joint moves and to improve how tight the muscles are. So a stretching program can work well. Now, flexibility on its own is not something that's going to fix knee problems or even prevent knee problems. It's an important part, but if you have flexibility without this next key tenet of knee health, you're going to be in trouble. Now, the next key tenet of knee health is mobility. Now, lots of people, when I talk about flexibility and mobility, they think that's just the same thing, isn't it? And while they are similar, there are some really key differences. Now, flexibility is just how much you can move, okay? Mobility defines how much control you have over that movement, okay? So, someone can have really good flexibility, but quite poor mobility. So they have poor control through that range of motion. And that can actually increase the chances of you suffering an injury. So the next thing we need to tick off, if we're looking to maintain our knee health, is mobility of the knee. So controlling that flexibility right through its range. And that's the kind of thing I teach you guys how to do in the knee course that I'm creating. Now, the third thing that's really, really important for maintaining knee health is strength. Okay, so how strong the muscles are that surround not just the knee joint, but also the other joints in the entire lower body. Now, some people think quite rightly that strengthening up the thigh muscles above the knee is a really good way of maintaining knee health. And they're right, but there's much more to it than just strengthening up the thigh muscles. There are lots of different muscle groups in the legs, and if any of them become weak, your knee function is going to be compromised. So we need to work on more than just the thigh muscles, and building overall strength in your legs and even in your core and in your hips is very, very important to maintaining knee health. Now, the final thing I feel to be the fourth side of the square when it comes to maintaining and improving knee health is something called stability. Now, you can break stability down into a couple of factors. One of the factors that makes up stability is your balance. Okay, so how good you are, not just standing on one leg, but how good you are maintaining your center of gravity when you're walking, when you're moving, and how stable you are on your feet. Now, the other thing that makes up stability is your coordination. So how coordinated you are, how well your brain can detect where your knee is without you having to look down all the time. That's a very important thing as well. It's something that athletes tend to be very good at, but people who don't do sport may not be as good, and that can leave you at risk of a knee injury. So all of these things are things that can be worked on. Okay, so the 4 things we need to look at would be your flexibility, your mobility, your strength, and your stability. And if we tick all of those 4 things off, it's going to give you the best possible chance of good knee health for the rest of your life. Now, the knee health course that I'm creating, which I alluded to earlier, I'm going to call it the Optimal Knee Health Program. And it's going to be a 12-week course, which is primarily taught on video. So there'll be pre-recorded videos, one for each week of the program that you work through in your own time. It gives you a new set of things to work on every single week, so you know exactly what you're doing and you can track your progress from week 0 to week 12. My goal with this course is not necessarily to fix any knee problems, although it might help to reduce pain and improve stiffness, but it's to give you guys all the tools you'll need to make sure your knees stay as healthy as possible for the remainder of your life. Now, the course is nowhere near ready yet. I'm still creating it. We're still doing the recording for the program. But when it's together, I'd love to tell you a little bit more about it. So all I ask for you today is if you're interested in hearing more about this program, if you can reach out to me on email using the email address provided in the show notes below this video, and let me know if you'd be interested in hearing more about the course, and I will add you to an email list where you'll be the first to hear all about it. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. I hope this video has been interesting and useful for you. You can always leave a comment below this video and let me know what you found useful or if you have any questions. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to speaking to you on the next video.